What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Hunter here from Film Nerd TV, and today we are doing another Riverdale recap show, Season 2, Episode 7, Tales from the Dark Side. I am joined by my co-host, Chance Ellison.
Yep, the Jughead to your Archie. What's up, Nerd Nation? Glad to be back after a week hiatus. Talk about another episode of Riverdale.
I know, right? Man, like, at first, I thought that I missed an episode, and then I realized, wait, no, there's like a whole week missing.
Yeah, I guess take a week off.
Yeah. Whatever, it's fine. We have a murderer on the loose that can't shoot anybody, but
hey, he's finally a serial killer. He killed 2 people.
Yes, finally. All right, so let's start off with our pros of this episode. Why don't you start with one of yours?
First of all, I think something on both of our lists. I really like the structure of this episode. Because the structure of the episode.
Oh yes.
Like you see the same 2 or 3 days, but you see the point of views of different characters. I thought that was really interesting because you can see different motivations from different perspectives, and you can see oh, that's what that means, and that's what that means. That's a lot made for a lot of cool reveals, made for a lot of good moments, and yeah, the structure was one of my favorite parts of this episode.
Oh yeah, and as someone who is absolutely in love with the movie Pulp Fiction, to see that style of Riverdale was really cool. It's like, oh, so we're going to start here with Betty and Jughead. So Jughead's going to split off into his own story, and then we're going to follow that, and then we're going to come back to the same spot that we were at before, and now just follow Betty's story. I liked that Pulp Fiction style of going all over the place and separating the stories.
Yeah, and it reminds me of there's a really great episode of The Simpsons called 22 short stories about Springfield.
Yeah,
and it's literally it's structured just like this, where it's you go from one character to one character, and stories from their points of view. And yeah, I think it was a really interesting thing for this episode.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with one of my pros,
and
that's to see the return of Chuck Clayton.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my pros because last season they didn't really give us enough to work with the Chuck character. This episode, I like the fact that they brought up some of the stuff from the comics, oh, he is an artist. He does go to church. He does doing all that stuff. He loves reading comics, that they brought up the stuff. I feel like if you add more development to this character, that he could be a fan favorite.
I like the try. I'm okay, now you decide. Oh, now you decide to make him an artist. You jerks. I think that was sort of the backlash, just Chuck Clayton, the brother who is so dear to our hearts, and you turned him into this.
The only brother in Riverdale.
The only brother. Yeah, in the old comics, he was the only brother running around Riverdale, and now you made him this. I guess if they added more black people, I guess they gave him an excuse, but whatever. But yeah, you know what? I'm glad they're trying to make Chuck a little bit redeemable.
Yeah,
because I think they realized the direction. First of all, I think they undermined how much of a fan base Chuck Clayton had, because I think they forgot that when he was added to the Riverdale comic, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
So I think when they did what they did with him in season 1, I think that rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way, myself included. I think they're trying to make up for it here, and I like they're trying, and I think it could work, because I actually did dig Chuck in this episode.
Yeah, I did too. I liked.
I was constantly waiting for that backhand. He was acting too nice.
I think your camera froze up a little bit.
But I'm rebooting it.
All right, but yeah, I do like how they tried to make him redeemable, and I do like the chemistry, between him and Josie, just a little bit that they showed. Her not really trusting him until she absolutely does need him, being after school at night, he's like, hey, give me a chance to explain myself. And then they have that dance scene, which I thought was, really nice and sweet. And the moment where Pops is like talking about the church, and
before you keep going, I gotta say, like, we talked about Pulp Fiction earlier. That whole dance scene, that was very reminiscent of Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
But yeah, keep going with your pops thing.
But when Pops is like telling him, oh, it's good to see you in church, and she's like, did you put him up to this? And he's like, I'm good, but I'm not that good. I liked that part.
Yeah, I think you might. I don't trust a guy who mops up his own blood.
True.
But maybe Chuck Clayton. I'm still waiting for that backhand. Like, I don't trust it.
Front hand. Bang it.
Surprise, bitch! Front hand.
All right, one of yours.
Let me just go back to my list. Speaking of returning characters, we saw Penny Peabody come back.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any mention of Jingle Jangle. We didn't have any mention of Evil Pixie Sticks in this episode, so we had to bring something super Archie back.
Yeah, we did.
When they come back?
When Betty is talking about the paper. And
okay. I guess you're right.
The dealer of the Jingle Jangle was murdered.
I guess kind of, but they didn't show. They were talking about they didn't show up, so
yeah.
For Archie come back, and yeah, it's Penny Peabody who when she showed up in the first, I think she was in episode 2?
Yeah, episode 2 or 3.
I think. I thought she lends a really interesting dynamic to this show, and yeah, to see her come back and see her take that even further, I thought was really good.
Yeah, she blackmailed Jughead.
Yeah, shit. Like you do not. I'm pretty sure if we're gonna see Jughead murder somebody, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be her.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that and like the movie references and stuff, going back to the Chuck Clayton and Josie story, whenever the note and the box comes in, I can't be the only one that was like, "What's in the box?"
Pancake mix.
No. The box that Josie gets that says, "If I can't have you, no one can."
Oh yeah, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's it? Riverdale had weird shit in boxes. We had the snake in season 1, and we had.
I was kind of expecting a head to roll down, and then you find out it's the Black Hood stalking Josie.
Yeah, maybe. Although I gotta say, Josie's having a little self-important image, and a little negative self-important image because like he's going after sinners, and I'm lying to my friends by writing songs behind their back. I'm like, a bit, girl, the Black Hood's not concerned with you.
Black Hood has no time for you.
Black Hood ain't got time for your bullshit.
All right. So that was one of your pros.
Yeah, that was Penny Peabody's turn.
All right, I'm going to go with mine, which is, I guess, Jughead and Betty are back together.
Last week. Yeah, they're pretty much they're back together. I told you they weren't done.
Well, it didn't really happen last week. You could see it happening, but
the end shot, she was laying down in his arms. Like, come on.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'll go with.
No, that's fine. I mean, you keep going, but I do like that. Because like that was a relationship that I never thought I'd be on board with this if you told me before the show came out. But yeah, like you make me buy it with these actors, and I gotta wonder, like, did Betty and Jughead finally have sex?
No, because I feel like it would be like Veronica and Archie.
We need to.
We would see.
Oh, you know what?
Scenes that like wouldn't show anything, but like would hint at it.
Hold on. Keep talking real quick.
Kind of like him and Tony. Like Tony just like slept over. Yeah,
I guess. I mean, I guess I'm like they They need to catch a break at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, like I love this relationship between Jughead and Betty, and the fact that
Keep going.
And the
Keep
fact
going. Keep going.
that they're like the complete opposites almost. Like Jughead is now, part of the Serpents and really going towards a dark path, but it seems like Betty is like keeping him grounded, which I like that good evil side.
Yeah. And also, I'd like to introduce a new segment on this show, the counter episodes without Jughead Whoopi. So we are now up to 17 episodes.
Have a counter.
We'll keep counting
right down the box.
Until we'll keep counting until this counter reads 0. All right.
Whoopee!
Episodes without Jughead Whoopi. Episodes without Bughead Whoopi. So.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the new segment here on the channel.
Hashtag.
Yeah, Bughead Whoopi. Hashtag Bughead Whoopi.
Oh God.
That was our newest running gag on the show. All right. I'm gonna go to my next pro. It was one I didn't see this coming. When it happened. It was when that car stopped. The guy got out, and who shows up? Candyman, Tony Todd. I was like, I literally said out loud, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have any actor, because he's basically there just to give exposition. He's basically there to give advance the plot, give some exposition. But if you're going to do that with that style and that tone and that era of like horror, you got to get Tony Todd. He's got that voice. He's got the presence. I love Tony Todd. I was so happy to see him show up in this.
Death coming for you.
Death's coming for you. Death doesn't like to be cheated. Oh, that voice! Like every time he talked, I got chills. It was great. I love seeing Tony Todd. Like they have to find a way. They got to bring him back. I don't care how. I don't care why.
Put this up.
What was that?
I said they probably will, just because I don't think we've seen the last of this character. Even though I kind of hope we do.
Really?
I didn't think that part of it worked well for me, which we'll get to the cons later on. I have a whole bunch of pros to get through, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
Really? Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. But every time Tony Todd was on screen in this, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. He's fantastic.
No, he's great.
Yeah,
he's great. It's great. That story arc that we'll talk about.
Oh, okay, all right, keep going.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up as one of my pros. We actually get to see inside Greendale for the first time.
Yeah, they're really pushing they're really pushing Greendale in this right now, and we got that Sabrina show coming at some point, and they did have a joke in there like you don't want to be in Greendale after midnight.
Yeah,
midnight is the witching hour.
Yeah,
wink, wink, wink,
yeah,
wink.
Get it?
Like, okay, wait, get it? It's like, yeah, we get it.
We got you.
Jeez.
We got you. It's fine.
We got you. Goddamn, jeez. I mean, isn't that kind of like the Flash holding up a thing? It's like I run fast.
True. But see, like through this whole season, we've always heard of Greendale. That they've always name dropped here and there.
That's true.
This is the first
now
time
they're really pushing it.
Huh?
Name dropped it. Now they're really pushing it.
Oh yeah, but I actually like the fact that they're showing us what it looks like, and it's not just hey, this is just Riverdale. No, you got other places. You've got a lot of other places just besides the small little town. I like that they're kind of expanding it.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're building out the world, and they need to, they need to do that for this case, and they're trying to get popularity for Sabrina to get a spinoff. That you need to start building the world. You need to start building that foundation now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a little heavy-handed, yes, but I still thought it was cool.
I don't think so. I don't think it was heavy-handed because it flows with the story.
A bit. It was a bit. Not too much. Just a bit. Like, I mean, let a tad overboard.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, Archie and Jughead are on vacation and they go to Greendale. No, I mean, like, it does flow with, oh, the serpents have him go to deliver a supply of pancake mix to Greendale. You know, it just happens to be in Greendale.
Who the hell that German lady in the wheelchair was, but I hope we see more of her because she came. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why there is a German crime boss who is also crippled in Greendale.
But I want to find out.
But I really want to find out.
Oh God. So yeah, that was my pro. Just being able to see more of Greendale and really expanding this world of Riverdale.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So next
with yours.
Well, quick little one first. Melanie got lines in this episode.
Yeah. Oh my God, she did.
The third pussycat. She actually got to say something. Yeah, I mean, so often this was referred to as we referred to her as just the third one.
The third.
I'm still gonna refer to her as the third one, but she actually got to talk this time, which I thought was interesting.
She actually has a name.
Oh yeah, she does, but she's the third one. But my real one, and this is one I kind of noticed. Like, as you know, like I'm a big scores guy, and I really like the score of this episode. Like, it fit the tone. It wasn't too over the top. It was subtle, and it was subtle, and it built to stuff. And you know, like when you listen to that score, like it helps. Score is a very underrated aspect of TV, and I think that deserves some recognition.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. The score of this episode was actually one of the best of probably the entire show because it fits so well with the episode. Yeah,
I think this is the first time I really actually noticed the score. Like I always noticed the soundtrack is always really good, but this one when I first really actually noticed the musical score, and I think that was really cool.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like I didn't notice it until you brought it up, but now that I go back and after you brought it up, I'm like, yeah, I can definitely hear how it fits with the story and this particular episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say, I think I have two more. So I'm going to go ahead and go with, I like Josie's story, like that little story arc that we had.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad she's actually getting something to do because, like, she's kind of been, like, despite being on every single DVD cover, she's still a side character.
Yeah.
I mean, I like she's getting stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I didn't like from that story arc is that you realize that Cheryl's the one that's writing all the notes and the drawing.
Yeah, and you don't know why, because like although I don't know if that was I don't know if that was just a drawing or maybe it was Cheryl the whole time, but like yeah, I want to know why she's doing this. I want her to explore that motivation more.
Yeah.
But because that really kind of seemed that you're right, that really did kind of seem out of nowhere and for really no reason. I thought they were more interesting to it. I thought it was gonna be the janitor.
So did I. They set it up perfectly to be that old white janitor, especially that line where it's like all this stuff leads up to being an old white man, but it's you. It's just you, Chuck. I like that line. The old white guy sitting right there.
Yeah, like every major reveal, it cuts back to the janitor. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, okay, you're clearly setting it up for it to be the janitor, and then you just flip the script for no reason. Why? Swerve. I'm like, okay, sure.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah, and also, but I gotta pause. Like, when that ended, like, did Mayor McCord pretty much tell Sheriff Keller to plant evidence? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
pretty much told him, like, you're gonna convict this Negro. I swear to God.
No more of this pussycat.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. But
pun very intended, by the way.
Huh? Yeah.
Pun very intended.
Well, speaking of that, my next pro is actually that Keller Mayor reveal.
Mine too.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, they kind of teased it, but they kind of dismissed it, and even the show even got you to forget that was a thing.
Yeah.
And that that confirms my suspicion. I knew Sheriff Keller did not become sheriff due to his abilities of being a cop. I knew he did not get that job being a good cop. He slept around to get that job. Sheriff Keller's a whore.
Sheriff Keller's a whore.
Sheriff Keller's a whore.
Which means now my theory of Sheriff Keller is completely out the window because he's a sinner also.
Yeah. I will cleanse Riverdale sinners. What about you? Don't fucking worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Have an airtight alibi.
Yeah, exactly. Like we now know why he accepts the phrase airtight alibi.
Oh yes. Oh god. Off the rails already.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really interesting. That was one of the jaw-dropping moments of this show.
Yeah.
But also speaking of Sheriff Keller, the dude's in shape. I have no idea how old that actor is, but the dude's in great shape.
Oh yeah, he's working out in the gym for when V comes down. I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm like, one. It's midnight. Why are you working out this late?
Well, hey, as someone who works out at midnight, sometimes you don't get a chance. Sometimes you don't get a chance during the rest of the day.
I mean, hell, you're a cop. You should always be working out.
Yeah, I guess. There's some lazy ass. Hold on. Have you ever seen any other cops on this show?
No, I have not seen any other cops.
Yeah, maybe Sheriff Keller's the only cop in this city. And that's why he has no time to work out.
It's just like Pop Shop is the only restaurant in town.
Apparently, this only has one restaurant, and they only have one cop.
One police officer.
Okay, sure.
All right, well, let's go with that.
It's not like anyone's ever going to get murdered or anything.
Nah, not in Riverdale. Not 2 years in a row.
Not 2 years in a row.
This will not happen again. Next season, god damn it keeps happening.
Shit, god damn it keeps happening.
It keeps happening.
Should we get more cops? Nah.
Dude, one guy that was missing from this episode was what's his name? Hiram.
Hiram was missing. That's right. I didn't notice that.
Where is Hiram, man?
Neither of the lodges. Hermione wasn't here either. Hermione wasn't here. Luke Perry was gone.
Damn. Almost all the parents were gone except for Hal, which my speculation is almost there with Hal.
It continues.
It continues. Because I've noticed a pattern. They'll take like theories from the audience and they'll completely dismiss them. The only one they haven't dismissed yet is Hal. Watch next week. Hal has an airtight alibi.
You know, I like I like the fact that, you know, season 1 we saw Hal breaking into Sheriff Keller's office. Season 2, Betty breaking into Sheriff Keller's office. The apple does not fall too far from the tree.
Dude, learn to lock up your stuff better, and don't hide a fucking desk in your drawer.
Sheriff Keller, lock your house.
Lock your house down.
Lock your house. Verify alibis. Get out of Mayor McCoy's bed. Start being a good cop. Earn your title, damn it.
Hey, he's the only cop to be fair, so he didn't have no one to go against.
Okay, yeah, I guess when you're checking against yourself, it's pretty easy. All right. Any other pros you got?
Nah, the Black Hood storyline. I still like the fact that the opening was really cool too. Whereas like the following.
Yeah, the intro is really cool.
Yeah, whereas like the following is 3 completely different stories or whatever. I like that. I also like the fact that the Black Hood gave him 48 hours to not sin, or he's like, I'll be done. If you can go 2 days without sinning, I'll be done. They couldn't even do it for a day and a half.
They couldn't make a day and a half.
So he's like, everyone gonna die now. This is a fucking reckoning.
I think. Well, I get by a loose definition. I think everybody in every story. Not everybody, like there was someone in every storyline committing a sin, like Jughead smuggling, pancake mix.
Well, technically, him and Archie both sinned because they were both doing.
Yeah, I guess. Cheryl being duplicitous and tricking Josie
by
which
turning on friends.
Hold on. really curious as to who, because if she did this just to get away from Chuck Clayton, why was she doing this before he asked her out?
I'm not sure.
I'm saying we'll talk about that when we get to theories, but yeah, as a third storyline, I mean, yeah, Sheriff Keller, Betty breaking and entering,
Yeah,
Veronica snooping,
snooping. That's a sin,
Kev,
apparently.
Kevin giving up your bed to a girl when you're gay. I'm pretty sure that's a sin.
And asking your guest for warm milk.
That's right. He asked her for warm milk. Go get it yourself, you dick.
You have 2 legs.
You have 2 legs and it's your house. You go get it.
You know exactly where everything is.
But yeah, you're right. Like 48 hours, they couldn't do it.
Yep, 2 days. You couldn't stop sending for 2 days. Riverdale.
Apparently, Mary McCoy's got.
Huh?
Apparently, Mary McCoy is really good in bed. Who knows? Apparently, Mary McCoy is good in bed. Who knows? Just that for 48 hours.
God damn it. We went
All
there.
Right, so let's go to cons.
All right. The only con I have is, which we've brought up before, the Jughead and Archie story, like the first story, didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Really? Okay, what didn't make sense to you?
Okay, so like I understand like the favor and stuff like that, but one,
right?
Why in Greendale? Why was there a Russian lady there that needed the drugs or pancake mix?
Was she Russian or German? I couldn't tell, but yeah, keep going.
I think she was Russian.
Okay.
You know that actor? What's his name? Candyman.
Oh, Tony Todd.
Yeah, he was good in the episode. Didn't understand what his character's motives were at all. He seemed like he was there to help. Then he immediately turned and put the bill on Jughead, and then it was like, oh, you know, I don't trust you. And then it was like, I'm gonna leave you. And then Archie comes in. That was the one part of the story that I was like, we could have done without or change it up to where things tie in better. Because one, I don't know how this all ties in. Like the other 2 stories tie in with the first one, if that one takes place in Greendale. And where does that character's, where does he fall into play in any of this?
Well, I think they're just saying, okay. Well, what I hope they're not doing, I hope they're not just using him as an exposition tool. I think because if you just brought in Tony Todd as an exposition, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, it sounds great, but I'm gonna be pissed. That's all you brought him in for. But as far as I think I was just to set up Greendale and the fact that like, hey, shady shit goes down there too. But I think that like he's brought up like, hey, you're like, I think because you gotta remember like Sabrina and teenage like witches exist here in Greendale. You gotta imagine like there are probably some religious zealots. There are probably there are people who are very like anti-evil, and maybe he was trying. I'm not sure why he tried to help him and then tried to screw him over. Maybe they'll establish that later in the episode because like you can clearly tell something about Greendale is off. I think that's what they're trying to set up.
But see, like, if you're trying to set that up for a later time, then I would have made this one like maybe the third story that ends up tying in with all 3 of them being in the diner. Or that way, because that way then you have 2 great stories that set up this season, and then one that probably sets up later on or for the Sabrina reboot or whatever they're trying to do with that.
And what I just thought of to do is he knew that they were carrying some shady shit. So like what he essentially did, he essentially made him try to dine and dash on purpose. So that way Jughead can get arrested.
But again, why though? Because she was going to call the cops on both of them, not just Jughead. it wasn't for Archie, both of them would be in prison or in jail. Like, not just Jughead. So you're putting yourself
either way.
Huh?
Any excuse to get Tony Todd in an episode, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job.
To get Tony Todd, I'll take it.
He's a pro on my list. He did an awesome job. And back to a pro real quick. I do like the story of, what was it, the Greendale Butcher or something like that?
Fuck, I forgot what he was called. Let me try to find it real quick. It was like the Greendale
Reaper?
It might have been the Butcher. The Riverdale Reaper. That was it, the Riverdale Reaper.
I do like that story of, like, a guy just went nuts, killed his family, and then, you know, something happened with there. He was never caught. So that adds another little twist to it. Maybe it's your character from the comics, you know. They could always go that route, make that character him, have him go out on like a justice binge almost.
Maybe. Yeah, like I think that was to introduce that element. You know that's gonna come back into play at some point.
Yeah. So go ahead with your cons, because that's my only con of this episode.
I only have one con also, and that's just, you know, tonal inconsistencies. I thought, you know, you go through something like the first story was like super dark, and the second one, which is dark but also a little lighter, and then you go to the third story, which kind of felt like it's kind of strange. It felt like a Disney Channel show. I don't know why. It just seemed like it's like as you progress, the stakes got lower and lower.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that kind of threw it off for me, but nothing like that compromised the episode as a whole for me.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Like, my con with the Jughead and Archie story, it didn't compromise anything for me because I know it's set up. I just feel like in this particular episode, I kind of wish it tied in more. If they're trying to do like Pulp Fiction kind of, you know, tie them in, then I would want it to kind of feel, as you said, tonally the same throughout. Another pro.
Yeah.
SP Skeet's back.
Yeah, Skeet is, well, he's there for like a scene, but yeah, he's back.
And apparently he's not injured.
No, yeah, which I thought, oh shit, Penny Peabody.
Polly?
You know, we may as well call her Polly Pocket. Yeah, Polly Pocket ain't screwing around.
No, she ain't. Especially when she's like, "Oh no, this ain't one job. You stay in it forever, boy."
It's like, I got you by the balls. You were gonna do what I say.
Yep. She's called the snake charmer for a reason.
Pretty much mean that character's she's gonna die, or she's gonna have to rewrite that because they kind of forced themselves into a corner. But I'm curious to see what they do with that.
You think
if there's ever an excuse, huh?
Oh, go ahead.
If there's ever an excuse for Jughead to murder somebody, this is it.
Which actually, so that's your only negative? All right, so go ahead and give your rating, and then we'll go right into theories.
Yeah, you know, I gotta say, Riverdale, as far as episodes go, like they're good. Nothing. This season so far, I haven't seen anything like super remarkable. Episode I've seen this season. I love this episode. It's one of my favorite in the series history. Very first 5 out of 5. I love this episode.
Wow, 5 out of 5.
As a fan of Pulp Fiction and like true crime stories and things like that, I really dug this. So yeah, 5 out of 5.
Wow. Historic.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Did not expect that.
Historic.
A little lower. Just because that Jughead and Archie story was the first part I saw, I graded just a little bit lower. But this is actually one of the highest ratings I gave an episode of Riverdale. 4.9 out of 5.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, we're pretty much neck and neck though. Like, yeah. We agree it's one of the better episodes.
Okay, so go ahead and start with 5 out of 5 for him, which is still surprising. 4.9 for myself. Let's go into Riverdale theories. Chance, why don't you start?
Well, first of all, I'm trying to think. Like, we brought up the Josie storyline. Who was leaving? I mean, this is kind of small stakes compared to all the shit's going on. Who was leaving stuff in Josie's locker?
Yeah,
You got to think. Yeah, and you got to think like I'm is my guess. They kind of already tried to establish the chemistry between them. I think it was Reggie. I think this is kind of like Reggie revealing his softer side. He's he's dude, bro. He's not gonna be all sappy. He's dude, bro. He's not gonna be all sappy in public, so he's got to do it in private because like
you
you
do bro,
brought it up.
Reggie.
Being Cheryl the whole time, that wouldn't make any sense because she only did this to prevent her from going out with Chuck Clayton.
Well,
So I think it's got to be Reggie.
I mean, I do have a theory.
Oh, what? The Cheryl's gay?
Well,
Cheryl's gay?
Something like that, but more of she's going into more of a Stockholm syndrome because Josie was the first one to come there and help her. Because if you watch that episode, Josie was the first one to push him off, and then all three of them beat him down. So I think Cheryl sees that as, almost like a Stockholm syndrome where, like, she saved me from potential, harm. So I'm going to follow her, and I'm going to, start becoming creepier. Because we've seen throughout the past 2 seasons that there's something off with Cheryl.
Yeah. Oh, you don't say.
Whether it was, her relationship with Jason, which we're not going to go there, but there's something. Brothers and sisters don't hold hands like that.
So, something's off with Cheryl. Other news, Sheriff Keller sucks at sheriffing.
And in other news, the Black Hood sucks at his job.
Yeah, other news, Black Hood can't kill for shit.
Except this episode, he magically can.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Apparently, Black Hood's a serial killer now. I mean, that says a lot about his ability as a killer. The only way he can kill you is with a cello bow, or it's with a gun. You have to be in a cell where you can't move or call for help.
Yeah, and the fact that he's had 7 targets, and he's only killed 2.
Yeah, like he can't kill anybody.
And fuck, Archie's dad was right in front of you.
Yeah, Archie's dad wasn't moving. He couldn't kill him. I mean, he fixed that with this guy with evil Willy Wonka. He killed him while he wasn't moving.
Evil Willy Wonka.
But
we are getting all of our normal stuff in already.
We got to touch on this, yeah, because it's so ridiculous. You had 2 people in front of you in a car. They couldn't go anywhere. You fired 4 shots, and you still couldn't kill anybody. Yeah,
dude, it's like, and the fact that Mitch did this, or Moose did this, and you still can't kill him.
Let my body be your shield.
And I'm gonna live. Because apparently Moose is Jesus.
Apparently Moose actually made a Kevlar. He can't get hurt by bullets. He's Luke Cage.
Yep. The only way to kill him is with the God's bullet.
Got a Judas bullet, yeah, apparently. All right, so you hit with some of your theories.
So, yeah, I have that Stockholm Syndrome theory about Cheryl, which I feel if they go that way, I feel like it would work with the character. So it's not too far-fetched. Right. And going back to her being, it could be her just being lesbian, which, her being gay, which, the show has dealt with that stuff perfectly with the Kevin character. He's not, you can tell that he's gay, but they don't throw it in your face that he is.
Until they do.
I don't feel like he's ever been pushed onto people.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. Not like in super, like super like in your face. Just it's a little over the top sometimes, but nothing too egregious.
Yeah, I mean, and with them dealing with the the stuff, more serious topics, I feel like that could be a good topic that they could deal with and actually, do a good job with it.
No, yeah, totally. And
Um,
you're still sticking to your guns as far as Hal being the Black Hood.
yes,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna debunk your theory next week.
Yeah, next week.
I promise.
Next week it's gonna be all gone.
Next week, nope.
Airtight alibi. Remember.
Yeah, airtight alibi. You're gonna see them in the same room.
Quit giving me ideas. You're ruining my theories. But yeah, I'm like, it's the only logical explanation is that Hal was the shooter, but the mom. It's like in Scream when you think there's one killer, but there's really two.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which actually does that Scream reference Skeet Ulrich.
That would work. That would work.
Yeah, I mean, especially with her, because the Black Hood is always like, wanted to separate Betty from her friends and from Jughead and stuff like that. That doesn't seem like Hal. That seems like Alice.
Yeah, it does. Oh god, if they did that, the Coopers are officially the most insane people in Riverdale. In a show where you have mustache twirly Mark Consuelos, you managed to be more twisted than that. Good job, show.
Hey, don't hate on Hiram, man. He's actually
don't hate.
One of my favorite characters.
I love Slimy Hiram much the next guy, but god, yeah, he still feels like he's at a completely different show.
Oh god, but yeah, I mean, just all the pieces come into play. If you look at Build, if you look at the Green Eyes, if you look at his motive of trying to protect his daughter, and the fact that Alice is in his ear saying, hey, we need our daughter separated from, her friends. And the killing spree could be just for Alice Cooper to have stories to blame the South Side. And then officially get the South Side gone.
Yeah. I have one more thing to throw out, and I hope to God this isn't true. So, if you have the promo for next week, it reveals that FP is getting out of jail.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, like in the promo for next week, he's going to be getting out of jail. He's going to work at a Pop's Chocolate Shop. And trailer, he's giving talk to Jughead like, you need to get out of this town. He has a line in this trailer. It's been a wild ride. I'm like, oh god, you are not gonna kill FP. Do not kill FP.
No, do not kill Skeet Ulrich.
Dude, you've had him, and he's been in the season for a grand total of 10 minutes. Do not kill Skeet Ulrich. Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't kill Skeet Ulrich. He needs to work.
But actually, if they do kill him off, that's actually, I would kind of be okay with it if they progress the Jughead character deeper into the serpents.
Which that would, unless Skeet Ulrich comes back and he's like, okay, you know what? All you answer to me again. Tall boy, go fuck yourself. I'm doing this shit now.
Dude, I just want to see an episode where FP goes wild and just starts killing the serpents.
What? Oh, yes.
He just starts starts shooting everybody.
You. Boom, 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 boom.
And then you find out he's really Black Hood.
From jail.
From jail, he's doing all this.
From jail, how the hell is he doing it? How the hell he's doing it? I'm pretty sure he's taller than the Black Hood. But that'd be insane.
And then I do have one more, which is something that you brought up.
Okay.
Do you think we'll actually see Jughead kill anyone?
I mean, they're building towards it. I feel like we'll see him come close. I feel like he'll have someone at gunpoint. I don't think he'll pull the trigger. I feel like we'll get close.
I feel like he's gonna have to, because if he, I feel like he's gonna have to. I feel like this is gonna be where this is gonna be Jughead's lowest point. That way, when you can redeem him later, and I mean, if you have him kill Penny, someone who's a serpent who's dealing drugs, and also manipulating Jughead pretty much into doing the stuff that he really doesn't want to do, I would think you'd have to kill her, because if not, then you're pretty much screwed for the rest of the season.
Isn't one of part of the serpent mantra? Don't turn on another serpent or some shit like that.
I don't feel like anyone would miss Penny though.
Huh?
Like I don't feel like.
But like she goes by a serpent. She's kind of breaking code. How
Yeah.
have they not disowned her?
Well, unless this is something like higher rank, because you gotta think she's one of the higher ranks, and Jughead's really at the bottom.
One of the OGs, I guess. Yeah, shit, maybe, but yeah, they're gonna have. I think by the end of this, you're gonna see somebody take out Polly Pocket.
Polly Pocket.
Not sure which one. I'm not gonna call her Penny Peabody because I like Polly Pocket more. You're gonna see someone take out Polly Pocket.
But see, I feel like it's got to be Jughead now, the way they're setting it up, because I don't see Archie doing it, because really that story doesn't make any sense.
Plus, I'm pretty sure Archie would screw it up anyway. The dude can't even hold a gun. No, he had it sideways. He had like the gangsta pull.
He had like you're just sitting there, just like. But I feel like you would have to have Jughead kill her off, unless you're gonna have FP kill her off for one, manipulating her son or his son, and you realize that they have history. Whenever FP told him, "Do not go to Penny. If she asks for a favor, do not do it."
Yeah, you're gonna have to take her out at somehow. I'm not.
If FP does it, that does kind of undermine the Jughead story, in my opinion, because it's like he goes through all of this pretty much deep despair. You know, his dad's in jail. He joins the Serpents. The Serpents turn on him. You know, Archie with the Ghoulies and all that stuff, and now he's being led on and pretty much being manipulated, and you're going to have his dad do it. I feel like this would have to be the darkest moment, but also would have to be the redemption of Jughead, which is what this season is pretty much going to be about, is the redemption of Jughead.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad theory, but I just don't think. I don't think. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that. I don't think I'll pull the trigger. That's my guess right now.
I feel, again, you're gonna have to, because if not, then Penny's alive and Jughead's still in the same place he was.
Someone else can kill her. Someone else can kill her.
Unless they do the stupid thing, and I hope they don't do this. They have the Black Hood killer, which.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Which that would be kind of dumb, because yes, she is sinning, but you know, why have her lead
priorities?
Yeah,
priorities. He's got priorities. I don't think he'll go after Polly Pocket.
And even if he would go after her, he would probably miss.
Yeah, most likely.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to go ahead and head out, or do you have another theory you want to bring out?
No, I'm good. We can close out.
Actually, let's go with this one. How do you think this season will end?
How is it going to end?
Yeah.
Like the whole season?
Yes, season 2.
Oh, that's a tough call right now, because we're not even halfway through.
Actually, no, we're over halfway through. This was their mid-season break. Was last week.
This was it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was. I think they have another one coming.
No, this was the start of their mid-season finale. Was episode 6. That's why we had the week break or whatever, and now each show is starting with their mid-season finales.
No, but they're booked. I think they're booked for 20 episodes this season. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have another one next week. Yeah, they have one next week. Their mid-season finale is until the 13th.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I feel like we have enough answers where I feel like we could make assumptions of how it's going to end.
Okay, well, all right. I feel like mid-season we're gonna get a bigger insight into who the Black Hood is. I feel like by the end of this, we're going to have the Blackfoot stopped no matter what.
It's
But I
Kevin.
feel like, yeah, it's Kevin. Kevin kills the Black Hood. Why? Who cares?
Who cares?
What does it matter? And I feel like by the end of the season, they're going to introduce Sabrina. They're going to introduce. If they're introducing Sabrina by the end of this, they're going to introduce Magic, which that's going to be interesting to see how that plays in this show.
Do you feel like they're gonna bring in Sabrina, like to be a student at Riverdale to begin with, and then maybe next season delve deep into like the magic stuff?
They'll bring her in as a student at Riverdale. I think they'll keep her in Greendale because apparently they're like right across the street. But
Yeah.
I feel like I think what they're going to do is they're going to introduce her, maybe have her play around the Riverdale sandbox for a bit, teach them about magic, the dark arts, Hail Satan, and then they'll have her go back to Greendale.
A Satanist. She's in a cult.
That's her. That's how she gets her power. She's a Satanist.
Oh my god, we are going dark.
Yeah,
we are going dark. Darker than Dark Betty here.
Yeah, darker than Dark Betty. Which she has not come back yet. She hasn't come back. She's got to come back at some point.
She technically kind of did when she was talking to Black Hood, but not like full blown turned yet.
Not like I'm gonna boil you alive and cover you in syrup. Why?
Chuck Clayton, that's why.
Chuck Clayton, that's why. Brother's got to get it.
By the way, where the fuck is Ethel at? No mention of her either.
The show even forgets about Ethel. Who cares?
It just forgets about everybody. Except for Archie.
The show forgot about Polly, too. Where the hell is she?
Apparently she's on a farm somewhere. So apparently it now ties into Supernatural. Or not Supernatural, but...
she's on the farm. Supernatural. The Walking Dead.
Smallville. She's at Smallville now.
Smallville.
They're like right across from each other. The kids' farm takes her in.
Hey, we don't know what state Riverdale's in. It could be.
True. Okay, we're way off topic now.
Yeah, we're way off topic. All right, let's close out the show.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Riverdale recap, season 2, episode 7, Tales from the Dark Side. Chance, you want to go ahead and plug whatever you want to plug?
Yeah, I have my show that I was playing for Full Metal Trivia. We're expanding to the world. I also want to plug the Worldwide Movie Games Network, which I'm a part of. Full Metal Trivia is going to be moving to there from now on. But we're still going to be putting content on our own channel. But you're going to want to subscribe to them too. Another thing I want to plug is my own channel, Chance the Critic, on YouTube. My most recent review is it's a trailer reaction to the Avengers Infinity War trailer. And also, I will have another review out tomorrow.
Of what?
It's going to be a review for three billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Ooh, okay.
Which I cannot wait to see.
That's the one with Peter Dinklage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see that one too. And of course, guys, check out patreon.com/FilmNerdTV. Become a nerd Patreon. There we go.
A nerd Patreon. Become a what now?
Share and subscribe. I'm Hunter. I'm a film nerd. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.